Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and welcome back to another edition of Forgotten Fridays. Now, this is a segment I've been doing to try to shed a little bit of light on some films that I don't feel really get the love that they deserve. Ones that really aren't talked about very often, or slip through my fingers through the years and just never watched them. Now, this video is going to be dedicated to my friend, Death Central, who last week did a kill count for this particular movie. And when I commented on his video, I had said, boy, no one really ever talks about this movie, but it's a pretty darn good supernatural slasher. And that movie is Venom. And no, not the comic book movie. Now, Venom is a 2005 film that runs about 87 minutes and is directed by Jim Gillespie. Now, he did the film with Sylvester Stallone called I See You, which I really enjoy and I actually do own on DVD. He did I Know What You Did Last Summer, which I also happen to really like. And a movie I just got from the Dollar Tree, surprisingly enough, called Billionaire Ransom. Now, just because it's at the Dollar Tree doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad movie, because I have gotten some gems from there. So we will see on that one. Now, this stars Agnes Bruckner as Eden Sinclair. Now, she was in Murder by Numbers, The Glass House, The Woods, and Vacancy 2. Now, this also has Jonathan Jackson as Eric. He was in Riding the Bullet, which I feel is a very, very underrated Stephen King movie. And Tuck Everlasting, which was actually one of my daughter's favorites growing up. It also has Laura Ramsey as Rachel. She was in The Ruins, The Covenant, and Lords of Dogtown. Megan Good as Cece. She was in Saw 5, One Missed Call, the American version, and The Unborn. This also has not brief, but small roles by Method Man and Bijou Phillips. Now, a brief synopsis. In the beginning, you find a Haitian Creole woman digging up a suitcase. To make a long story short, there's this tow truck driver in this town who is not a bad person, never really killed anybody, but they get into an accident on a small bridge, and he ends up getting the curse of what's in the suitcase. So this basically has a voodoo Creole sort of vibe to it. And he comes back to attack the teenagers in the town. That's basically the long and short of it. I'm leaving out an awful lot, but that's why you should watch the movie. Yeah, if I gave away everything, there would be really no point in watching this film. Now, this is one I've always enjoyed. I did own this, or I still do, own it on a multi-pack, because this is a Dimension film. And, of course, Miramax put out all those big movie packs. And this was on quite a few of them. You actually may even have it in your collection if you have some of the movie packs. Now, a couple interesting things about the film. This film was originally entitled Backwater, because this takes place in Louisiana. And that's a definite positive for me in this film, is the swamp setting. I love the swamp settings in movies. One of the reasons why I loved Hatchet so much and that franchise is the swamp setting. I just think it's awesome. And the house where Cece is staying at the end was actually used in another horror movie called Evil Remains, which I actually own but have never seen. I'll definitely have to check that one out. I haven't heard many good things about it, but I have it, so why not watch it? Now, this is a definite recommendation from me. This is a really cool supernatural slasher that I believe gets overlooked because of its time frame. This was, of course, after all of the I Know What You Did Last Summers and the Scream movies. So it was when, slasher movies were a little bit more popular and definitely more plentiful than they had been in the past. So definitely check this one out. Like I said, you may even own this in a multi-pack and are unaware of it, because Miramax did put this out on quite a few. But yeah, definitely check this one out. This is definitely a Forgotten Friday and a really good supernatural slasher. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.